If you grew up in a household where it wasn't polite to talk about money, oh, we don't talk about money, you're going to have a hard time asking for the money, and you're going to need to fix your money concept. Hey, everybody, this is Scott Metco. Welcome to episode number 7 of Music City Mondays. Coming to you late on a Monday. It was a good weekend here in Music City. Played 3 shows. Busy weekend, but fun weekend. Right here, we're coming to you from the office, from the desk in the office, where the songs get charted, where the gigs get booked, where the calls get made, and the bills get paid. And that's what we're talking about tonight, is booking gigs. This is going to be a 3-part series. I thought I could get it done in 2, but there is too much good stuff. So tonight we're going to dig in to the proper approach, communication style. Next week, we're going to get into the money. We're going to get into asking for the money and talking about that. So let's get right into booking. Music City Mondays is a video series, weekly video series, where I throw out some success nuggets that are working for me in the music business in hopes that you can find an idea or 2 that will help you succeed as well. So, talking about the kind of gigs here, first, a disclaimer, this is not to replace a real deal booking agent. If you have a booking agent and you're happy with him or her, hold on to them because they are tough to find. It is a tough job. We talked about all this last week. So this is a situation where you've got to roll up your sleeves and take care of the booking yourself because you don't have an agent, or the one you've got isn't really getting you as much work as you need. All the reasons we talked about last week in episode 6, go back and listen to it again if you want the refresher. But most of what I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis is probably 200 to 500 seat capacity rooms, small to medium size, little town festivals, private shows. And there's a lot of work out there. Even in these pandemic times, there is work to be found. You got to hunt around for it. But everything I'm talking about also works on the Hard Rock casinos and the Kennedy Center and the Opry, because I worked with all those places just within the last 3 years. I was thinking about that earlier. So let's talk about approach. First of all, how to approach, because everybody has their favorite communication style, and it's your job to figure out what that is of the person you want to talk to. The club owner, the bar owner, the manager, the entertainment buyer, whoever it is that's your decision maker. So I'm going to make some generalizations. Generally, folks over 40 do not mind talking on the phone. They may not always have time, catch them at a busy time, but they generally do not mind talking on the phone. I'm over 40. I don't mind talking on the phone. I can get more done in a phone call than I can probably get emailing somebody back and forth 8 times. So if possible, I will generally lead off with a phone call and see if I can get to somebody. Again, if they're over 40. Under 40, you run the risk of offending somebody, because who got time to talk on the phone anymore? Who's calling me? So then it's safest if you know it's a younger decision maker. Email is a good bet. If you can get an email address off of a website or off of a social media page, email is a good first approach. If they have given you their cell phone number and it's okay to text them, I've booked gigs via text message. Another pro tip here that you may not be thinking about, if all else fails, Facebook Messenger works surprisingly well, because usually the people that are monitoring a club or a festival's Facebook account, it's usually a decision maker, a club owner, a manager, or it could be whoever manages the social media that can get the message to who you need to talk to. So if all else fails, don't discount the Facebook Messenger. So if you're going to approach by phone, it's also, and really email or any other fashion, it's good to remember that people in the entertainment business, they're busier at the end of the week. That's when their clubs are the busiest. That's when their festivals are happening. You call a bar owner for the first time Friday at 4:30 in the afternoon, chances are they're already busy. They're already into it. If this is a bar that's got a restaurant and they're serving lunch, don't be calling at lunchtime. Don't call at dinner time. Generally, again, making generalizations here, these managers, owners are going to get in early in the day, early in the week, get their business done when their club is not all that busy. Good time to call early in the day, early in the week. Now, there are some situations where the club owner's got a day job and you can't get to them until after hours. If that's the case, just ask who handles the entertainment booking. Do y'all have live music? There's some good opening questions if you're just making a cold call and have no idea. It's best to not start out by saying, can you tell me who books the bands here? We've all gotten those phone calls. Can you tell me who makes the decisions for the something in your business, or whatever the ridiculous opening line is? So I enjoy talking about music. I enjoy playing music. I enjoy everything about music. So I lead off, if I'm calling, Joe, have live music here? What kind of music do you have? Just start the conversation just talking about it. Hopefully you have done your research and you know that you should be calling this place in the first place, so you have answers to those questions already. But whoever's answering the phone, just act like a real person, like you enjoy their club or you enjoy music and you just want to find out who's playing this weekend. Maybe you want to come see them. So, second, third, or fourth question. Who handles the entertainment, or who books your bands? So, much higher percentage, you're going to get some information if it just comes after a couple sentences of you acting like a real person. So, as I said, take that information, find out when the best time is to call. Also keep in mind, be respectful of their time. Though you may believe that your act, your band, is the best in the world, and maybe it is, and you put all this time into it, chances are good that there's been 20 of you that have already contacted them that day, and you're just another person that calls. So again, you should have done your research to know that the band that you've got, the music you're playing, would be a great fit, and you know you are a great fit. You just got to take a little time, be a little patient, to help the person on the other end of the line come to that same conclusion. So once it gets to the point of asking for a bit of a decision, you've talked generally about your club, you've talked about the music, and you've got this decision maker, and you want to ask if they'll book you. Try to avoid the yes/no questions. Do you have a night open? You got a Saturday night open in January? I'll try to go with an open-ended question. How do you like to look at new entertainment? How do you like to try somebody out for the first time? And then you'll find out. They're not going to be offended you asked that question, because they should have a process, and you should learn what that process is. And abide by that process. If you got to come in on an open mic, if you got to come in and play a little audition thing, that may be how you get in. But just respect their process. Think of open-ended questions that aren't going to be answered in a yes or no. Be respectful of their time. And those are really, I use those things all the time. Yeah, you're going to have to talk about the money. We're going to get into that next week. So tune in next Monday for episode 8, where we're going to be talking about money concept and how to ask for it, how to get it, maybe how to sell a little bit more of your merch at a higher price. That's all coming to you next week. So enjoy the week, Music City.